And the police state ends with me. And we made it one more day. Again, I'd like to read you a comment I saw online. A comment in regards to the 2 police officer killers of that 6-year-old child in Louisiana. Quote, I believe that what we are witnessing is the culmination of years of brutality in the making. In my humble opinion, these things have been transpiring for a very long time, perhaps not to this extreme. And now they are being exposed. The light is shining on the cockroaches, and some are scurrying for cover, while the others are so emboldened as to never stop until, as this case demonstrates, they are forced to do so. It is imperative for us all to cleanse the system of these abominations and restore faith in the system. It would behoove the members of law enforcement to be vigilant in assisting in this. But alas, the powerful people and corporations that protect them and the blue shields and thin blue line will not allow that to happen. For shame. Where are all the good cops? Why won't these good cops stop the bad cops from committing crimes? Or at least arrest them when they do commit a crime in their presence? The first time, not after 7 years or 10 years or a full 30-year career or more of committing crime after crime after crime and never being held accountable. The damage that bad cops and the supposed good cops that stand by and do nothing have done to society is immeasurable. End quote. Now, I'd also like to throw in that those two police officers in Louisiana that shot that child, 6-year-old child in the head and the torso, apparently shooting him 5 times or more, also had years of complaints against them for rape, for excessive force. And it appears that the thin blue line, not just the bad cops, but all of the police department, covered for them. And what happens whenever these police officers can get away with excessive force, rape, or whatever else they were accused of, and get off scot-free, what do you think happens? They escalate. They become emboldened. They believe they can get away with anything because they can, and they got away with killing a child. It doesn't even matter if they get held accountable. They got towards that point because they got away with doing what they did, covered by the thin blue line. The thin blue line is not a bragging point to put on your Facebook page, police officers. Claiming that you care more about the thin blue line than you do about anything else is not bragging. You're being bold. I mean, it's not something to brag about. You're being bold, you're being arrogant, and you are showing that you are lawless. But it's not a good bragging point. What the thin blue line means to the non-bootlicking public is, I'm a criminal. It doesn't matter what my brethren does. It doesn't matter who they rape or shoot in the head, or if they're a child or an elderly person. None of that matters. All that matters is my brethren, my fraternity of fraternal order of police, my thin blue line, my buddies. And we will cover for each other no matter what. That's what that thin blue line means to the general public that aren't bootlickers. So you can continue to post that you believe more in the thin blue line than you believe in the United States of America, the Constitution, and civil rights, but that is not an honorable thing to do. You're not supposed to be, you're government officials. You are the lethal arm of the government. It's not your family. But what you don't understand is the police department, and being a police officer, you're not a family. You may want to be, you want to pretend you are, but you're not. You're a government official. These aren't your family. You're not supposed to support them, cover up for them when they rape people or shoot children in the head. Years and years of excessive force. Do you really think that that Fox Lake police officer stealing for 7 years, they say, that no one else in that department knew about it? Come on. It's just like the Washington County District Attorney's Office and getting caught using seized funds for personal use, and Bartlesville police not recording assets they steal from innocent people. You think there's just one person there knowing about it? No, the whole department knows. You can't call yourself a good cop if you're standing by watching crimes and you're involved in it. It's called conspiracy. When you're involved in a cover-up of a crime that you know about, that's called a conspiracy. So I'll move on here, but my point being is, like that comment I just read to you, those weren't my words, that was a comment I read online. But the point is if you let these police officers get away with constant criminal behavior, not only are you going to have them escalate it, but you're going to start having people, the criminals, become police officers. You're going to recruit criminals, which is what has happened already. We are in this police state, and the criminals that used to be running around on the street are now wearing badges. I'm not talking about all of you. If you're a good cop, this is not about you. You should be more than frustrated with the bad cops. Folks, this comment I just read to you applies to all corrupt police departments, and especially the Bartlesville, Oklahoma Police Department, the Bartlesville, Oklahoma Police Department. This is a rotten to the core department. We must, as that comment said, cleanse the system of these abominations. That is so true. The police state ends with me. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow.